You're watching the Batter Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards, talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. $3.99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, Darren's back. Oh, no. Let me run that back. Chris,
Run that back.
Darren's champs. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 466 of the Better Heroes Podcast. I'm your host, David, and alongside me, as always, the KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing awesome, fantastic. I love Twitter in the last 72 hours. And Mr. Krabs playing up the hall monitor role. We're late.
Well, we've explained to you several times. Believe me, if we could be here on time, we would be. We're trying. We try our best. Chris, today's episode is simple. Stay or go.
Oh, this is such a great reference. You just made the list.
No, I think we got that drop, don't we? I thought we had that
Yes,
drop.
I think we do. Yeah.
There it is. All right, so stay or go. Very simple today. We're talking about those players that are either out of contract, could possibly be moving somewhere else because they're going to gain interest in the January window, either to go overseas, whether it be South America or Europe, and just players that we just might want to see go, period. So just let's get straight to it, Chris. You ready? Because I know you love these type of episodes.
Listen, I love it because this is fantastical, but at the same time, it does help us sort of think about the actual value moving forward with these players. So,
all right. So here we go. Oh, wait, before we do, I know you wanted to bring something up about Dayland Mall.
oh yeah, I saw in the comments. Well, I saw earlier posted that Tadeo Allende is apparently a Boss Daddy. Shout out to Boss Daddy, bringing up Allende doing a meet and greet at Dick's on Kendall tomorrow night. Hopefully, we can keep him. And someone asked if it was Sean Callan, said Dayland. Yes, it's going to be at Dayland. So if you guys want to meet Tadeo Allende, the current record holder for the most goals in MLS playoffs, and probably will be forever, you can meet him at a Dick's Sporting Goods right under where Bed Bath & Beyond used to exist and went out of business.
Was that a Bed Bath & Beyond?
Yes, there was a Bed Bath & Beyond on the third floor of that whole center. I went over there to try to get stuff, and I was
think you're wrong.
They were like, "Oh, it went out of business." No, I'm not wrong.
I think you're wrong.
I'm
there was
not
no
wrong.
Bed Bath & Body Work there.
Yeah, a Bed Bath & Beyond. I said I didn't say Bath
okay,
and Body
that wasn't
Works.
there either. That wasn't there either.
Yes,
Whatever. We're not
it
gonna get into
was.
this, but I'm pretty sure that you're wrong. No. All right. Real quick, I saw a comment that I wanted to bring up. There. By the way, Danny, Chris, did you know that Tata is back? Yes, we do know that he's back in Atlanta. He is with Chris Henderson in Atlanta. So let's see what they cook up over there. And then EMZX6R is saying Danny was late because he's crying because his Real Madrid lost today. I want to make one thing abundantly clear. I only have one club, and that is Inter Miami. So you could talk all the crap about Real Madrid or whatever. It doesn't affect me. I didn't even watch the game. I was at work. I found out the score because one of our viewers, shout out to David, he sent me a message like, ha, 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 you guys lost. Like, lost what? I had no idea. So, yeah, once Inter Miami came into existence, I stopped paying attention to Europe as much. I try to keep up with it, but, MLS is where it's at. It's the best league in the world as far as entertainment goes. You can take that to the bank.
I've wanted to try to get into European football because that's where it's at,
good.
I guess.
It's good. Like the quality is good when you're watching the top teams, right? So you'll have people here. If you talk to anybody in the chat right now, or most people, if they watch La Liga, they either like Barcelona, Real Madrid, or maybe some people might like Atletico Madrid. That's it. There's 20 teams in the league, but the people watch 3 teams. That's it. And then if you watch the EPL, you have Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man U, Man City, Tottenham maybe. Like there's a handful of teams that people watch. It's a 20-person league, but people only watch the top teams.
Yeah.
So although it is the games are very entertaining. I enjoy watching it. Don't get me wrong. When I have some downtime, I watch it. But the league as a whole, I'm sorry, it's not as entertaining because it's a battle between a couple of teams up top. Whereas in here, you can have the best team in the league, like Miami last year, lose to Atlanta because it's a freaking playoff in this parity. So I don't know. I much rather the MLS as a whole. But yes, you should definitely give it a chance, Chris, because the games are very insane because the quality is very high. The best players are over there. So it is fun to watch.
By the way, I did get it confused. There is a Dick's Sporting Goods in the North Station where the Best Buy is. And that is where in the 3rd story where there was a Bed Bath and Beyond. But no, this is like Dadeland Mall proper. So go meet Tadeo Allende tomorrow, guys.
So this whole time that I was talking about European soccer and all that, this is what you were doing?
I was just double checking to see if I was wrong or not, and I was wrong. So
me telling you to
it.
go ahead and watch European soccer. You probably didn't even pay attention to anything I just said.
I mean, look, I think I want to watch Liverpool because it seems like Liverpool's like a pretty solid team, and they're not like Manchester City. That's like the team Liverpool I guess I want to gravitate to.
No, Liverpool is the most historic team in the English Premier League, period.
So then, like, what's up with the Manchesters? Aren't they like top dogs? Aren't they like the shit?
Manchester United. And
all right,
Liverpool,
we're going down like a whole rabbit hole here, and then everybody is just going to go crazy.
We have to have like just a separate show where we could just talk about anything and kind of just go off on tangents, because we tend to go off on tangents when we talk, but we're trying to stay on topic. So Inter Miami, stay or go. Okay. So, and yes, Liverpool dominated the league last year, and this year took a nosedive. And I know that it's not 100% the reason, but because I'm Colombian, I'm just going to say it's because they let Luis Diaz go. That's it. If Luis Diaz was still there, maybe they'd still be good. There we go. All right, so here we go. The battered tangents. I like that. So let's start. Player number 1, Chris. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Stay or go. I'm going to put the picture up. Right where it says stay or go, you're going to see a picture pop up in the chat. As soon as you see the picture, I just want you to write stay or go. And then, Chris, I want you to give me your opinion, and then I'll chime in. So first on the list, Belisario Machuca.
Ooh, now, technically, that's a good one.
If we could keep, because I have a feeling that he will have other suitors. I'm not sure if he's on loan right now. I have to check the status. But if you had the option to stay or go for the 2026 season, are we staying or are we going?
So I was hoping that you would bring up wingers like a little bit later, because the issue with wingers is like, I feel like we could find wingers a little bit easier. There's a lot more people putting stay than I kind of anticipated.
You know,
and that's considering he came in, right? He came in and he played a couple games and was injured. And then after that was like on and off. It wasn't until the 33rd game when he came back and hasn't gotten injured since. Or not the 33rd game. Yeah, it is.
The thing with him is, one, he was injured a lot, and he has a history of injuries. So that's one thing.
Yeah.
I believe he takes up a U22 spot, I believe. Let me check that out. Does he take I have to double check. This list doesn't give it to me. But I believe he takes up a U22 list. But I felt like in the playoffs, although I did like him in the playoffs, I like the combo of him and Segovia. I felt like he wasn't necessarily out of this world in the playoffs. Like, did you feel like he stood out in the playoffs to you?
No, I don't feel like he stood
wasn't
out.
Bad.
I feel like
he wasn't bad, but like I didn't think he stood out to me. I thought Silvetti stood out more than I thought Belisario Machuca did.
Yeah, I do think that you don't really lose much with him out. I think you could still get the same thing out of Telasco Segovia, maybe. I don't know. I don't feel like it's a guaranteed thing. Like, okay, stay, or okay, if we can get him for like cheap, I think him staying is solid. It's a solid acquisition. Ever since he came back from his injury.
If he's a U22 initiative, okay, here we go. I finally found the list. Let me see. Belisario.
Well, but while you go over that, the game that he came back on was the 20th of September against DC United. And ever since then, he's been playing ever since. So since the end of September until now, he hasn't gotten injured. He's been pretty decently consistent. And he played 33 minutes, 66, 63, 45, 61, 89, 73. And that was before the playoffs. So he was playing big minutes towards the end. And I guess the recovery was well enough that he was able to play without any issues. Joshua is saying Segovia is a good impact player off the bench, not starter. But like Segovia was starting the majority of the season too.
All right, so I just looked it up. Baltasar Rodriguez is on loan from Racing, and his loan is up December 31st, 2025. So in a couple of weeks. They have to decide whether they permanently purchase him or they send him back to Racing. I don't know if they can extend the loan and do it like another loan. So are we letting him walk and looking for another young gun from South America, or are you keeping him? I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't mind letting him walk just because I'm worried that he's going to get – I thought he was a ghost in the playoffs a bit. Now, he didn't play horribly. I thought everybody on the team played pretty well, but I didn't think he was necessarily the difference maker. And because of his injury history, I wouldn't mind letting him walk.
Like I said, I think if we can get him for the cheap, just because he knows the system and he plays pretty well with Messi. And on top of that, we have Silvetti. Like Silvetti is a person I'd be comfortable with sticking with, and he starts out on the wing. So I think at this point, if it's not on the cheap, kick rocks, buddy. Get out of here. Well, Belisario.
That's true what you just said, because technically Tadeo Allende was the right wing, and technically,
yes,
Belisario Machuca and Silvetti were both playing left wing. The only reason they were both started was because Messi was put in as a false nine because they stopped playing with a true striker. If they sign a true striker, and they brought him
in the middle.
Right. So if they bring back a true striker, then Messi kind of falls back to that 10 role again. And all of a sudden it's Baltasar or Silvetti. So,
not only that, but if you do get rid of this guy and you bring in Segovia in his place at the 10 or like under the 10 playing with Bright and Redondo, I mean, not Redondo, with DePaul, then I think that works too. Segovia is naturally better there anyway.
I felt
like Baltasar wasn't like linking up with Silvetti and Messi like that.
But you know what?
I feel like you could see it more with Silvetti.
You know what? That's interesting. I'm sure that there is a way to do polls on here, and we've never done it. So the Galactic Prophet. That's you know what? I'm gonna look into that to start doing that from now on. That'll be something new we introduce in 2026. Because I know I've seen people do it on shows. I've just never looked into it. So yeah, yes, you can on YouTube Live. Okay, shout out to the Galactic Prophet for that suggestion. That's a good suggestion. Well, I'm gonna look into that tomorrow and see how we can do that. But no, we don't have that option right now. All right, damn, that would have been such a good thing to have right now for this episode. Or whatever. We can't pause the show now to start looking it up.
We'll bring it for the battered. We'll bring it for the baddies.
Yeah.
So I mean, on top of that, I think we let him kick rocks. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
All right. Well, I leave that comment. I don't know. I'll just let that comment just chill right there. Shout out to Josue. All right. So I say let him go. You say let him go. A lot of the chat says stay. The decision has to be made in the next couple of weeks. We'll see what they do. Up next, Yarborough. Now, I heard that it's possible that his option was already declined.
Yes.
Go ahead.
By the way, can I mention something? Like with Fafa and Yarborough and Sailor and Obando, like it's being put out there, but like there's nothing official. there's nothing official, guys. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's like, I think it may be official because they had to submit for free agency, but there was nothing sent out by Inter Miami. But apparently, yes, he was declined. So he is available to anybody and everybody.
He's also available to us to come back, but I don't think that he's coming back. Would you want him back if you could have him back? I have no idea. I never even saw the guy play.
Hell no. Get him out.
Okay.
Get him out.
All right.
What?
That's enough. So we're done with him.
That's
All right.
quick.
Moving forward. Allende and Obando.
Oh, baby. This guy. That's another one that got declined.
Supposedly he got declined. So because he already got declined, we assume that he won't be back. Would you have wanted him back?
No way, bro. Like, let me ask you a question. And this is the funny part, right? I mean, Soccer Daddy saying Chris and Obando out. Thanks, Soccer Daddy. Here's a question. Do you think that there is an MLS team that is going to be stupid enough to sign this guy? Do you think so? Because Atletico Madrid is not going to bring it back. No?
Oh yeah, the way that the European teams do with these young players is that they start lending them out across the world, hoping that he finally strikes gold in one of the leagues. Listen, you know, he can't look. Could you? How old is he? Like 19? He's 19. He came to live in South Florida. Paid a decent amount to live in South Florida and celebrate with Messi the MLS Cup. Like, I mean, good on him. He had a nice time.
Oh, absolutely. And somebody mentioned Bed Bath and Obando. Yeah, you could probably find Obando waiting for everybody at that location. And Hazel Lopez with the greatest comment. Bring back Emerson. I'm so ready for that.
Yeah, okay.
That's a winger I want on my team.
All right, so and we move along.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Tomas Toto Aviles.
Ooh, so, this is a tough.
Stay or go.
So let me go over his stats. Now, with him, it's a little difficult because Tomas Aviles, from what I see here, right? He ended up playing, and I'm just kind of looking over the information here. He played 25 games. He started 15 of them. 1,100 minutes, right? He subbed in, and
who?
I mean, he just Tomas Aviles.
Oh,
yeah, Tomas Aviles started 15 games, and he basically played 25 in total. And shout out to 89J Stubbs. I can't find the comment. I don't know where it is. It just kind of like just disappeared. I know the pink jersey is staying next year's, but I hope the new away jersey and third kits are fire. There's been leaks for a lot of teams recently. I can't wait to do.
I haven't seen anything for the Instagram.
No, not for us. Not for us.
I don't know. I think that the pink jersey will come back, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't, and they do what they did this year, because this was the first year ever that they let a team have two new kits, three new kits in one season, because they knew it would sell. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do that again. I haven't heard anything like that, but we'll see.
I mean, Sean is going out on a limb saying we're going to get 3 new kits.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Now, Toto Aviles, he had a way better season 2 years ago than he did this past year. But he didn't get enough opportunities. And I think, honestly, Toto Aviles is not a bad center back. I just don't know how much we're going to pay for him. And I kind of like the grit that he offers. And if you have Noah Allen that could possibly play the left back, I wouldn't mind seeing a Falcone and Aviles partnership.
Toto Aviles has to go.
2 gully center backs like that? You think so, man? I kind of don't.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. And this is the only reason, because I even though he is a boneheaded, he makes boneheaded plays. I like Toto Aviles. but he's taking up a U22 initiative spot. In the MLS, you
That's
have
key.
3 DPs and you have 3 U22s, meaning you basically have almost 6 DPs, like 6 players that can really ball out for you. And he's taking up one of those spots, and that spot is being wasted on the bench. And you can't have that. So
I can understand that.
So if Mascherano has decided, like, you know what, this kid, I can't trust him starting because he makes those boneheaded plays and he has those red cards here and there, I wouldn't keep him. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in Atlanta because that was a Tata signing while Chris Henderson was here. So I wouldn't be surprised if they give him a chance up there. But I would let him go just for that. So we'll see. I have a feeling that maybe he'll end up walking somewhere else.
Well, and Judas is saying Zimmerman's a good replacement. I wouldn't, even if he was, I wouldn't want Zimmerman over Toto. Give me Toto over Zimmerman every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Zimmerman was a DP for Nashville. I would hope that he would be smart enough not to expect a DP contract moving forward. But I'm assuming he's expecting decent money. Yeah. I wouldn't spend money on Zimmerman. Zimmerman was good on that Nashville defense that used to play that low block. Last year, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't as good as he's been in the past. I wouldn't say that I would want Zimmerman. All right, moving forward.
And shout out to Bluer Face with the Super Slam here. I don't know how much this is worth, but we need center backs. If we sell him, we need a new center back. And again, this goes back to what I was saying. If we start Noah Allen at left back, we have a space open as center back. I mean, Danny, you're talking about Lujan stuff here. I'd rather see Toto Aviles there than anybody else we have on the roster.
Noah Allen isn't going to be the starting left back next year.
Oh, wow. Now you're going to drop that.
He might start at center back. He might start at center back, but he won't be the starting left back next year.
I guess.
Telasco Segovia.
And then shout out to Mr. Krabs saying that I got a fat cat. Hey, Mr. Krabs, you're mean, bro. You call me fat? You call my cat fat? The hell, Mr. Krabs? Hall monitoring? Can't even be late.
Telasco Segovia. I have a feeling Telasco Segovia coming off the bench while he's trying to get more play for because Venezuela, more play in the World Cup. I would assume that oh no, wait, they didn't make the World Cup.
Well, Telasco Segovia, no, they didn't make the World Cup. They got pushed out by your team, Colombia.
Yeah, right at the end. I remember.
Colombia destroyed them and destroyed their whole dreams. And then Venezuela is now having to kick rocks and wait another 4 years. Telasco Segovia, I think, would be critical to keep. I think out of all the sort of midfielders or wingy players, I think Telasco Segovia is like the one that's a guaranteed keeper. And a lot of people are saying they keep Segovia.
I'd keep him because I think he is better than what people give him credit for. But what I will say is that I don't think he's going to want to stay as a backup. I could be wrong, obviously, but I would assume because he is a good player. He's very skilled. I enjoy watching him play. I feel like he what's his contract?
So I'm not sure what his contract is, but I'll tell you exactly what he did in terms of with us, right? With us, he played consistently for the first 20 games or so.
Oh, we bought him
against Seattle. He wasn't, huh?
Oh, he's ours. I thought he might be here on loan. No, he's ours. Okay, we're good. We got him. Now, is he going to want Al's? Are you going to try to go somewhere else? Look, the way he holds the play in the midfield, I feel like he brings some tranquility to that midfield. I would love to see him with Rodrigo De Paul and Bright in the midfield. I think that would be a great midfield. I know he's not as fast as Baltasar Rodriguez, but I would love to see him stay, and I would love to see him in the midfield with those two guys.
Oh my gosh, Mike V strong in the chat. Segovia can go. Bye. Good riddance. Thanks for playing. Don't let the door hit you where the Lord split you.
I didn't see what
That's
Mike V said
strong.
about Obando because I know Mike V has a heart for Ecuadorians.
Ecuadorian.
Yeah, so I wonder
Yeah,
what he said
yeah.
about him.
I mean, if he
I
tries
would
to
try to
speak up
keep
for
Segovia.
Obando, you're done. Maybe.
I would try to keep Segovia. Fafa Pico. Now I know that his apparently the what I've been seeing is that it was declined. If you had the option to bring him back on the low, though, would you?
See, the problem with that is I know that Suarez is going to re-sign for a Happy Meal, and if we keep Fafa, it's just not going to work. Like we clearly saw that he was not functioning with this team, and if he has to work directly with Luis Suarez, unfortunately, Suarez is just going to have more merit than him. I mean, everybody is saying go. I don't think I see one person saying keep.
I think you're right, especially if Luis
For
Suarez
sure, he doesn't have a place in the 11.
No, and you know what? I love him as a super sub with his speed and everything, but I remember the way him and Luis Suarez kept going at each other. It was more Luis Suarez going at Fafa, and Fafa would get his one or two in there also. But I think that unfortunately this just didn't work out for Fafa, which is unfortunate because I thought it was a really cool story. Him coming back here, the large Haitian population here in Miami. I thought it would have been a really cool story. If we would have found somewhere to fit in as a super sub, and it just didn't work out. But it would have been a really cool story if we could have.
By the way, he started 7 games, played 20, and the majority of his minutes were within the sort of like between the 5th and like 15th game where he played high minutes. After the game against Columbus in May, he played very little minutes. I think the most minutes he played was one time against Cincinnati and then another time against DC United, but those games he started.
And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the highlight of his season was the game-winning goal against Atlanta, like early on in the season. One of the first games of the season. I mean, we went to Atlanta.
The 4th
and
game.
And I remember it was a close game, and then he had that headed goal to win the game. It was a late header. Yep. And I remember I thought, like, okay, there we go. We got our super sub, and I thought that his season was going to take an uptick, but that didn't last very long. But that was a big-time header. That was a big-time win. So, yeah, shout out to Fafa. It's unfortunate.
He has 4 goals. He has 4 goals on the season. He scored one against Dallas, another one the next game in New York, Rebels. And then a couple games later, he scored against Columbus. But after that, nothing. So,
yeah, they just stopped playing him. All right, moving on. Your boy, Lujan.
Yeah.
Now, I know he signed until like 2057.
Oh, my gosh.
So he probably isn't going anywhere.
What a disaster, huh?
Yeah. If you could ship him out, would you ship him out?
I would ship him straight over to the Las Vegas, the same team that Este Dominicano is playing on. What's his face? Ascona. Send him to play with Ascona, USL, okay? And bring back Ascona. I liked him. He was creative. You know, it's wild how many minutes Gonzalo Lujan played. It's really crazy.
Up until like September, he was like the starter always. Yeah.
Looking at his stats, he started. Oh my God, it's just so bad. He started so many damn games. Gonzalo Lujan started 21 games in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Played 26.
He was a starter, I believe, in the Club World
Cup. He started more games than Noah Allen did.
Yeah. Noah Allen got injured, though. Noah Allen had a good start to the season, then he got injured, and when he came back, he took him a while to get back. And yeah,
in the first 10 games, he played 9 of them, 90+ minutes.
I like this comment right here.
90+ minutes.
You see that comment?
Las Vegas Whitecaps. Yeah, sure. So they're gonna be, they're gonna be a USL team in about 5 minutes.
All right. So Lujan,
Andy Krim's coming out here trying to see if he can scoop up Luis Suarez and Fafa.
You can take Luis Suarez. But you can't have Fafa.
I'd rather do it the other way around. Give him Fafa.
No, I'll keep Fafa. I'll let them get frustrated with Suarez. All right, here we go. Chelo Wegan. Stay or go?
Oh man.
I
think that he's gonna get. I think he's gonna get an opportunity elsewhere.
I think he'll get an opportunity elsewhere. Also, he's on a loan from Boca Juniors. Stay through 2025, but his future with 2025 depends on when his contract with Boca runs through December 2027. So, would you keep him? Because I think that the combo of him and Frey always has me pretty confident in our right back. I like Frey starting when Frey is either down or needs to get subbed off or whatever. Chelo comes in and is still a steady presence. I love that combo. I'm okay with it. Frey starting, Chelo being the backup. I'm all with it.
Do you think that he'd be willing to take less money to stay here?
No, I don't think he's getting paid big money though. Everybody's saying returning to Boca. Maybe he's returning to Boca.
I mean that
he's making $700K.
Because I'm not a big fan of Chelo staying here, especially if he's going to be pricey. Look, this is the tricky part that you have here. Thanu saying Chelo is okay as a sub.
I think he's okay as a starter also.
He could play. Yes, I think he's okay as a starter. I think that he's nowhere near as good as Frey. But he can be a starter in another MLS team.
Well, you know what? A lot of people are saying
over
$700,000.
$700,000.
Yeah, for a backup, that's too much. That is too much for a backup. So
that's
we'll see.
Talk.
I think it would be a nice luxury to have, but yeah, $700K for a backup is a bit steep. But and then look, and I love that Frey was able to finish the season. I thought he looked great, but obviously you have to be smart because with the injury history, you have to know that you have a reliable backup just in case. Even Frey looked durable this season. He made it all the way through, so maybe it won't be that important. But Chelo would be a nice backup plan just in case. Next, Ustari, your favorite.
And Tyler Hall, isn't he a right back? Either him or Boatwright. I think Izzy Boatwright is the right back. So I think Israel Boatwright is a right back. And I mean, he's not making $700,000 like Chelo Wegan. And then we're gonna have to pay Gonzalo Lujan, who makes $700 million. Get out of here, both of them. Get them out.
You know what? Thank you. I forgot that Lujan played right back. Lujan's probably gonna be the backup right back. Chelo probably gone.
That's the Swiss. That's the Swiss Army knife.
Yes, I forgot about that. So yeah, Chelo probably is gone. Oh, I probably forgot about that. All right. Ustari. There you go.
Ustari's out. I'm not gonna let him be the Udonis Haslem of this team because that's what he thinks he's gonna be, and you're not gonna be that guy.
No, I don't want to see him as a starter next
year. Signed a big contract. Ustari signed like a pretty bad contract.
But why?
Because the calendar was gone. At that point, he was like the only sought-out goalkeeper that we had. So he's under contract from what I understand. And yeah, I mean, Sean is saying it right here, saying he is under contract.
For how much money?
For like a gajillion, billion, trillion dollars. And he just signed like a fresh new contract like earlier this season. And I think it was shortly after, if I'm not mistaken, that Drake Callender was like, down for the count or went to Charlotte.
Well, I'm sure they could figure out a way that they could talk him into retiring. He's 40 years old. His contract is for next year. So he has one more year left on his contract. Yeah.
Sean Callahan is saying it would have to be a mutual or we buy him out $800,000.
He could just retire. Look, I mean, I'm sure that he wants to get paid to sit on the bench because that's probably the best job in the world. You get to sit down and watch Messi play and get paid a couple $100,000. That's pretty sweet. But I hope that the front office figures out how to do this because I feel like he's going to get paid way too much to be the backup. And I honestly think Rocco might go into the season being the backup because I have a feeling they're going to bring in a brand new goalie next year. So we'll see this.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's fair to say that Rocco is holding the position until it actually becomes someone else's. And speaking of Rocco Blocco, I mean, if anybody answers go, I'm blocking you in the chat right now. Blocking you. Blocking you for life. Pedri Potter style.
Are you saying keep him as far as the starter, or you just want him to be on the roster?
I want to keep him as the starter until further notice. Like if we're bringing like a Debu or like one of these big.
Debu's not coming.
What does Soccer Daddy say? What kind of disrespect did Soccer Daddy just say right now? Let me look it up in the chat. Where are you, bro? Where's Soccer Daddy's comment? Can you find that? Rocco out. Bad set piece. He punched out a ball on a set piece this past game. You guys, I mean, you're disrespectful, Soccer Daddy.
Rocco is the half Mexican Dikembe Mutombo. All right, so Rocco is the starter. Chris, go. Rocco Blocco must stay. I'm okay with him staying as the backup. I don't want to see him as starting for a full year. It was a nice little run he had in the playoffs. If our defense were to be as leaky as it was throughout the whole season, he would be in a world of trouble. Luckily, our defense stepped it up in the playoffs, and he didn't have to face as many shots. Even though he did have some big shots, I'm not taking that away from him. But I would like a new keeper.
So here's the thing that I don't agree with you on, Danny. Let's just say you and I are calling the Inter Miami shots right now. These decisions that we're making are like pivotal.
We would fight all the time.
We literally
want speed.
No, listen. Well, first of all, give me Emerson back and give me the guy from Orlando that they just made free, and we're cooking. Okay? But regardless, yes. So, but regardless, okay, we just eliminated Yarborough and Ustadi. For you to look at Rocco and say, I only want him for the backup, we literally have to keep him starting until we find any other serviceable or better goalkeeper. Like, he has to be the starter. He just won. Lewis says, Rocco that got declined. I'm surprised. Listen, there's no validity to anything that you guys are saying right now because there's nothing official. There's nothing that's been official, guys. I've been on the interwebs looking all over the place. There is nothing official.
Oh my God. I'll take Yarborough over Galese, please. I don't want anything to do with Galese.
Yeah, Pedro Galese is mad overrated. Get out of here.
Yeah, and he's old as shit. No, I'm good.
And Miami Sports saying, give me Galese, get out.
No, I'm good. I don't want no parts of Galese. God, no. That'll be terrible.
Hold on.
All right.
Ashley is saying, yeah, Rocco got his option declined. He's on the re-entry draft list. Hold on. I'm going to Google that right now.
Is this Ashley
draft?
Is this Ashley
list
that we met at the stadium?
Yeah, it is. So 2025 MLS re-entry draft eligible play. So what does this mean? Does this mean he's like out of the league and he has to be drafted again?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh my goodness. Sure. It's on here. What? It says goalkeeper Rocco Rios Novo option declined. Danny, according to this, we have no goalkeepers now. We have no goalkeepers for Inter Miami. A championship goalkeeper just got his option declined. Breaking news, guys.
Real quick. Ashley, one thing, and I'm going to take us off on a tangent just for a second, then we'll get right back on it. Ashley, I went to the game with my wife. My brother and my father also went to the game. They both sat separately by themselves. My brother took a picture of my father from his section. He sent it to me. Ashley, is this you standing next to my father? Did you just randomly, by some crazy coincidence? I was like, that looks like the Ashley that came to say hi after the game. Were you sitting next to my father during that championship game just by pure coincidence? Because that's pretty crazy.
I mean, he must have been awful to sit next to.
Well, I don't think he's like that in Publix. Yep, that's her. There you go.
And
you were sitting next to my father for the whole game. Look at that. So I saw that picture. I was like, wait, is that Ashley? Go ahead.
Shout out to Rick A with a $4.99 super slam. Says Apple TV announcers confirmed Cello going to Mexico. Your research sucks. Rick A, you want to be our producer?
Yeah, I want you to take a second, Rick A. Okay, very serious here. Chris and I do about 5 to 10 minutes of research and see these graphics that you see up here. We all do this in about 5 to 10 minutes before we go live. Okay, so yes,
especially
maybe our
when it's a
research does
busy
suck.
day.
Right. So we don't have all the time in the world. I appreciate that you do, but at least we managed to find time to get on here. We could do shorter shows, but we could do just do our research and then just do like a 10-minute show with just the facts. I don't know if you see me, but I've been like typing up and looking things up as we do the show because I don't really have too much time to prepare. But if anybody wants to be our producer, go for it. You could be our research guy. Stat boy.
I have a question about this re-entry draft. So is this like a draft where you take all the sucky people and you just throw them in a draft, and then all the teams just have like stage 1 begins on Thursday, December 11th. So there's a draft tomorrow at 1 p.m. where like clubs can pick up whoever the hell they want.
Look, I love the MLS, but they have so many intricacies with like drafts and free agency and stuff. It's hard to keep up with it all. Maybe Rick A can do the research for us and let us know.
And Soccer Daddy is just laughing in my face. That's it, Chris. Your Rocco is gone. What a disaster. Champion mustache Rocco Blanco.
2-time champion.
Gone. We have no goals.
He was a USL champion also.
A treble
the Phoenix
winning
Rising
champion.
We do have a goalie. We have Ustadi.
We don't have a goalie.
Not a starting one, but we do have one. All right, moving on. We're almost done. Here we go. We got 3 left. Tadeo Allende.
Oh my God. This guy, everybody's just gonna get gassed up in the chat because he was a wonderful player in the last 8 games. I mean, what a mess this Tadeo Allende. And shout out to Dick's Sporting Goods. If you guys want to meet him, he'll be there tomorrow at Dadeland. So while you're there, you can go pick up. Look, I don't know how to react to this Tadeo Allende deal because I'm pretty sure he's gonna want big money. No. He's not gonna. He's not gonna. I feel like other players that we've gone through are willing to stay for cheaper than this guy.
Ashley says re-extend the loan. I don't think that Celta Vigo is gonna allow you to re-extend that loan. They know that this is the highest that he's gonna get in value, so they are going to try to strike while the iron's hot, and they're gonna ask a team to buy. They're not gonna extend that loan. So I think they're going to have an ultimatum, either buy him or let him walk. I don't think that you're going to get that option to extend the loan.
Oh, this is a perfect comment. World War One Go saying, I can't believe I'm saying you must keep and a line of branded fanny packs too.
I love that.
Imagine they come out with like a Tadeo Allende giveaway fanny packs and you only get one item in there. It's like a Inter Miami magnet.
What could we do to that represents speed? Like a little stopwatch or something?
Put a picture of Emerson Rodriguez in the fanny pack.
How did you manage to bring Emerson Rodriguez into this?
Bye.
No, I was having fun until you did that. All right. River wants him. I know River Plate
Dude,
does
ask for
want him.
speed.
Well, he was on a loan, yes, but Celta Vigo is ready to sell. He's not going to go back to Celta Vigo. They're going to sell him. So now, do we let River Plate purchase him, or do we go in? Now, my understanding is that there are conversations happening between Inter Miami and Tadeo Allende's people, but can't be for if it's a DP contract. I think that would be a horrible decision.
That'd be the dumbest thing ever.
So I don't think that's happening. What do you think, Chris? Would you keep Tadeo Allende on a, let's say, TAM deal?
I think the problem that's happening right now is they're in discussion for a contract, and everything seems like it's hush hush because it's probably going to be a big fat payday for him. And if it's going to be a big fat payday, while Soccer Daddy tells me Allende stay, Chris out, I'm not up for a fat payday for Tadeo Allende. I'm not up for it. He had a span of 10 games in the middle of the season. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games where he didn't score.
Look at Boss Daddy. Give him Suarez's money. He won't produce like Suarez did. I know you guys hate Suarez. I hate him also personally. But on the pitch, Tadeo Allende isn't giving you over double-digit assists. He's not giving you double-digit assists. He might give you a little bit more goals, maybe.
And then you're gonna have that stretch of games where he does Gaga. Get out.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's a caca.
So you're on the out train. You're on the out train with Tadeo Allende.
I am on the, and I think this is the only player where I don't have an opinion. I am on the, if he goes,
you need to do it right now.
If he goes, I don't care. But if he stays, because he's now a club legend, I'm okay with it. My fear is that he was on a burner. He had like a rabbit foot up his ass. Like he had something going on. And I don't know if he can keep that going for a full season. Now, if he can keep it going for a full season, he's going to win the Golden Boot next year. Because the passes that Messi lays out for him, like he should have 45 goals next year. But I don't know.
Should I work on clipping all of his blown shots? Should I do that?
Why? He is a club legend. Why do you want to insult him?
I just want people to see what we see. Like, I mean, this isn't something I'm not looking into the Matrix here.
What I see is he balled out in the playoffs when the lights were brightest.
Yes. But then I also see this. Keyshawn saying everybody really hyping up Allende because of recency and don't see that he flopped for like 10 games and then 7 games.
Well, that's why a DP contract wouldn't be even in the slightest bit a consideration for me, at least. So I don't know. And then Allende breaks the defensive line. Who else can replace that? Everybody.
Emerson.
Like there's fast players all over the world. The issue with Allende was that he was breaking those back lines, but he wasn't finishing. Now he started finishing, so I mean I got to shut up because he finally finished. My worry is that if you look at the whole season as a whole, he had more bad than good as far as consistency goes. Yeah. But man, that good came at a really important time, so I feel like you got to give him the benefit of the doubt.
This is you. I'm surprised that you brought this up before getting to the last one, but it's good. It's good. We got 222 here, guys, better than live. Emerson.
And we'll be going on.
I'll admit it, Miami sports.
But we'll be going with battered MLS fans right after we're done with here to talk about the Champions Cup draw. I know a lot of people saw the way that things panned out for Miami on their side of the bracket and who they could possibly face in that first game in the round of 16. So we're going to be talking about all that. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a couple minutes on the MLS show. So make sure that you join us for that. All right, here we go. Luis Suarez. Now, the talk was he might go back to Uruguay and go back to Nacional. I told you last week I didn't think he was coming back just because of the way the playoffs ended. But if Allende leaves, maybe Baltazar leaves, maybe they say that he has a spot in the starting lineup again. Maybe they say that he's guaranteed to be a super sub and he's okay with it. if he comes back, obviously not for a DP contract, I don't think he would ask for that anyway. Would you bring back Luis Suarez?
I think it would be dumb not to bring him back. Like I said, I think he's going to come back for a Happy Meal and a McFlurry. He's not going to ask for big money, especially considering how he himself disqualified him from the end of the season. It's his antics, his behavior, and he wasn't performing at his best in terms of as a striker, right? He was doing well as a creator, but that's what we have Messi and Busquets for. So I think, honestly, we have to keep him if he's going to be cheap. Chris, ball knowledge is like Speed. Are you talking about that guy Speed, the streamer guy?
The one that's obsessed with Ronaldo,
Yeah. So that's my ball knowledge. Like, go fund Suarez plane tickets. I mean, rumors he's leaving, but like, I would keep him for the cheap. And he wants to finish with Messi. So let him on the cheap. What other striker are you going to get with the capability of this man here? I'm not talking about off the field. I'm talking about on the field. There's no other striker that you're going to find, unless it's in Europe, that's going to contribute like he does. His first season, he was a beast scoring. His second season, he scored decently and he assisted pretty good.
I dislike this guy, but I think I've been one of his biggest defenders of his play on the pitch. With that said, I'm ready for him to go. I think he does contribute creatively. I think he plays well. I think that he does more than just finish, even though his finishing has been off this year. I'm ready for him to go. For nothing else outside of the fact that he hasn't finished consistently, but all the crap that comes along with him, all that baggage that he brings, I'm kind of tired of it. So on top of that, like, he brings the whole thing and donkey kicks and just him bitching at everybody. Like, I'm ready for him to go, honestly. And this isn't even on the pitch thing, because I think on the pitch, he, as a backup, I think he would be the best backup striker in the league. Hands down. There will be no better backup striker in the league. With that said, I'm so tired of his crap that I'm ready for him to go. And that's just that simple.
Quasi said that Benteke is on the draft list. Don't even talk to me about Benteke. And Mike V, this is what I need better than this, Mike V. You're saying there's 50 Suarez's in South America at this current level. Just name me 5 so I can forward your email, BCC your ass, and send it over to the Mas brothers so they can go get one of the 5.
I would take Campana back. You know what? I would also. And that's me that I hate Campana. But Luis Suarez, I'm so sick of his crap.
Send Allende out of here.
He can go kick rocks somewhere else. I'm sick of Suarez and his crap. Look, and again, on the pitch, I defended him all season. On this show, I constantly told you guys, I think he's still good, even though he has dropped the level. The way he's creating, those runs he's making, he's taking defenders with him. People still respect him. But all the crap that he brings along with him, now it's the end of the season, and we can be just wipe our hands and start fresh next year. Let's start fresh. Let's start fresh.
What about Robert Taylor?
What about him? He's not even starting for Austin. You think he's gonna start for us? Get out of here.
Well, I mean, he got done a raw deal being sent to Austin. Like, I felt so bad for him.
Austin doesn't have anybody, and he couldn't find a way onto the pitch in Austin. Forget about it. He's done.
Nah, but they love that guy over there on the left side. Like, they played him all the time. I forgot.
Uzuni is so overrated.
He's so garbage.
All right, and then last but not least, which, by the way, this is technically a done deal because he has officially retired, Jordi Alba. But if I was anybody in that front, Jorge Mas, Messi, everybody, I would get on my hands and knees and I would beg him to not retire. The issue is, and this is a debate that I was having with John from the Loud and Proud podcast from Orlando City. He said, oh, but you guys don't play by the rules. You guys have like 1 million DPs, blah, blah, blah. No, I think that the real reason that Jordi Alba is retiring is because we told him we can't pay you a DP contract. And I think he's like, you know what, I'm ready to retire anyway. I think that if he could still play for a DP contract next year, he would come back. But because we need to get another player with that DP contract, he decided to say deuces because he wasn't a DP player. He got a raise this year, his contract, and then it went up to the DP status. And I think that the front office is like, chill, we need to use that in the attack. So I think that that's why he retired, because we're not allowed to have 7 DP players, contrary to popular belief. But I would beg him to stay because I still think he's at the top of his. Even though it's obviously he's older, he's still playing. He can still go. I would love to keep Jordi Alba. I think he's such a difference maker, and I would beg for him to stay. Are you good with him just letting him retire, or would you also join me in begging him to stay?
Absolutely, I would beg him to stay. Like, he's still in form. He's still in form. That's the craziest part.
Yeah. Now, this one was just a throw-in because obviously he's retiring. This is in jest because I would love him to stay. He had signed a 3-year contract, so it sucks that he's gone. But I think it.
Now you did forget 2 players.
Ryan Saylor.
So, like, does he stay or does he go?
He's gone.
I mean, he's like super OG, man. Okay, fine. He's out of here. He's on his way to the USLs as well.
And it wasn't on purpose. Again, back to what I was saying to who was it, Rick A. These graphics that you see right here, 10 minutes before the show starts. So yes, I forgot a couple. I apologize. So I forgot Ryan Saylor. Okay, who else did I forget?
And Ian Frey.
Ian Frey ain't going anywhere.
That's a lock. Ian Frey, stay or go, guys.
Don't.
And the only people that cannot answer is Pedri Potter.
Don't you put that into the air. He cannot retire. I'm sorry, he cannot leave. Ian Frey. Let's see. Ian Frey. His contract expires December 31st, 2025. Fudge.
Yeah.
No, Ian Frey has to stay.
Yeah, we need to lock him in. We need to lock him.
Oh, boy.
Do you think that he'll have the opportunity to sign somewhere else because of his performance?
I think that other teams would give him. I unfortunately don't think. Would you, if you had the option to go to another MLS team or stay in Miami, what would you do? Like, if you were going to get a little more money somewhere else?
If I'm Ian Frey, I'm staying in Miami. I'm staying in South Florida.
So would I, because I feel like the eyes of the world are into Miami. If you want to show what you are, like, how many people watched that final? Like, millions of people watched that final. You have a good game, you stand out more rather than going to play in, I don't know, Real Salt Lake. No diss to them, but like, who's watching him play in Real Salt Lake? Nobody. So I would take another year. And David Ruiz, he's still around. He was injured most of the year.
He signed.
Yeah,
he resigned something this year.
Yeah, you'll see him more next year. Ian Frey, I would definitely stay here. You're playing with Messi. You're playing you're playing in big games. I think you have a better chance of going overseas if you stay here for at least another year. Maybe not make as much money, but you stay here another year. I would definitely. I would hope he stays.
Ashley saying David Ruiz is on contract. They just re-signed him. And then Quasi is asking, is Kremaki coming back from Parma? I don't know if he's coming back from Parma.
I know they loaned him out. He signed with us through 2027. The Parma, okay, so he can come back to us next summer because the loan is through the summer of 2026. So Ben Kremaki could come back in the summertime. Would you want him back?
Can we get Lawson Sunderland back? Lawson Sunderland got loaned out, I think. Lawson Sunderland. He's a badass. He was doing pretty good in the beginning of the season.
Well, I think we've reached the end here. Chris, any final words?
Mascherano, stay or go?
Well, I said that even if he makes the final, he stays. So by that logic, he's
a lock.
Yeah.
Mascherano, stay or go, in or out? I think he's in.
I think he's a club legend now.
Because if they fire him after, what's with you? I don't like that you're throwing these club legend things around. You're giving it to Allende, you're giving it to Mascherano. Don't do the legend. Like, that's disrespectful what you're doing to the word legend. You're just throwing legend like.
Okay. We have a very short history.
Legend.
Do we have a club legend that's a coach?
But why are you calling him a legend?
Because he won the
He's
first cup
coaching
for us.
the best player of ever. He's also coaching a bunch of other great players.
So he can never be a club legend?
Guys, I don't know. I don't think that they are forever legends, bro. You're gonna give Mascherano the legendary status?
Yes. You know when he started getting there, and I still wasn't fully in on him when he did the whole cell phone thing. Remember he got kicked out the game. That he went in the stand and started like talking on the cell phone. I was like, all right, this guy's already. Like,
oh yeah, that was a legendary.
I was already like, oh, that is pretty legendary. And now he won the first trophy. That's it. It's a wrap. He's a legend.
So like that's it. He's a legend for life in Miami.
That's it. That's all it takes. Win a trophy.
I say we keep.
Look at Columbus. Columbus is like fawning over Wilfred Nancy for winning like 2 trophies.
Wilfred Nancy, that guy's walks around with a clipboard. Like, you're not
and
cool,
Legos
buddy.
on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? You got Cucho's picture in the back. Like, can't do anything without Cucho. You're Belichick without Brady. Shout out to Ohio.
Any final words there, Chris?
Ohio sucks, and don't forget to catch us on the MLS channel in a couple minutes.
Battered MLS Fans is the YouTube channel. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to that channel and catch us on there because we'll be on there in about 2-3 minutes. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Chris keeps extending the show. Go ahead.
I am probably going to extend it for like another 5 minutes, and I'm going to ask this question: why is it like semi-acceptable to be messy at a movie theaters? Do we have anyone in the chat that has worked in the movie theaters? For some reason, I was sitting next to people, they were eating their popcorn, and they're just dropping popcorn all over the place. And it's like acceptable because like people are just being savages.
Who said it's acceptable?
Theaters. Well, I mean, they're just doing it. They don't care.
Well,
people are dropping chips and people are dropping popcorn.
Okay, but it's not acceptable.
Why is it like semi-acceptable?
They're just nasty human beings.
But there's literally fleets of people that walk in after every movie because they literally have to do like a full section pickup in the movie theaters.
Well, I understand why some people drop some, right? You reach in, and if it's really full, you might have a kernel here or there that falls to the floor. It's dark. You don't see it fall. Like there's been so many times that I leave the movie theater when I eat nachos, and I'm like, when the hell did I get cheese on my shirt? Like, it happens. I get it. But if somebody's just like making a mess, like, no, they're just not good people.
I mean, grabbing like a handful of kernels and it's just flooding everywhere, and then there's just all over the place. And then you're just like, okay, whatever. The whole crew's going to come in and pick it up. Like, I don't know. I just figured that would be an interesting question to ask.
No, we just lost like 40 people watching, so.
I told you. 5 minutes. I just needed like 3-4 minutes. That's it.
Yeah. No, I pick up after myself. I pick up anything. If I see that it dropped, I'll try to pick it up. I put it all in the little popcorn bucket, and it's out the garbage on my way out, so.
Well, let's hurry up and get to the next show before we lose another 50 viewers.
All right, Battled MLS Fans coming at you in a couple minutes. If you're listening on audio, like 5 stars and a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. And we'll be back. We got a break. We got a break coming up. Today's Wednesday. We'll see when we come back. But next week we got the baddies coming up, the Battered Awards, and a couple other fun episodes because this is the time of year where we just do fun stuff. So make sure that you have that notification on and just keep hanging with us. So until the next one, which is Battered MLS Fans in a couple minutes, have a good one.